Hey, what's up? Sean here, and in this video we're going to be talking about the best laptop for video editing, as well as 7 things that you need to consider when picking out a video editing laptop, plus a Qosmio X Series unboxing. So stay tuned to THINKmedia TV for all we got coming up. Hey, what's up? Sean here, and you're watching THINKmedia TV, helping you move further, faster in media. And today we're going to be unboxing a Qosmio X Series laptop made by Toshiba. This particular one is the X875. So hey, if you want to skip straight to the unboxing, just click this video annotation right here. But first, I want to go through 7 things to consider when picking out a video editing laptop. And these are the 7 things I was considering when looking for this, and I believe that this truly is the best video editing laptop available right now. In its price range, it's going to have the most bang for your buck. And so let's check out these 7 things. Now, first and foremost, this is what I was thinking when trying to pick out a great laptop for video editing. I wasn't looking for some kind of a cute little laptop I could edit on my lap. I wasn't looking for something that would be nice and portable. I wanted to be portable like a laptop, but I wanted to do some seriously heavy lifting stuff. So the first thing that I was considering was screen size. Now, this particular model has a 17-inch screen size. You're probably not going to travel with anything much bigger than that, but a lot of laptops have about a 14-inch, 15-inch screen size or smaller. If you're really going to be editing video and you really want to get into it, I recommend getting a bigger screen size. Now, I don't want to hate on Macs, and I'm definitely a PC guy, and so let's just start, debating and fighting in the comments below about that. But honestly, MacBook Pros are only going up to 15 inches, I believe. And to get a little, more screen real estate for editing your video and having, opportunity in multiple windows, really recommend a bigger screen size. Now, number 2, you want a great processor. And the particular processor with this is an i7 3.4 gigahertz with the Turbo Boost technology. That's ridiculous. I bought a home PC a while ago. In fact, I built one. And the processor in this laptop is quite a bit faster. I believe that was 2.7 than the processor in this. So why do you want a fast processor? Because video editing takes a lot of rendering, a lot of different things. And one of the things that that happens with video editing is some of the file formats are uncompressed these days. So I'm shooting on a Canon Vixia, this video right here. It shoots in AVC HD, or DSLRs, they shoot in a lot of MOV formats. That is, all of these video cameras are shooting in compressed formats, which takes more lifting power on the processor and on the graphics card. So you don't want to cheap out and slow down on your processor. You want to get really as high as possible with as many cores as possible. Now, the third thing is the graphics card. Now, this is an absolute game changer. The graphics card in this particular model is a GeForce GTX 670M, and it's got 3 gigabytes of GDDR5 graphics memory. Now, here's the key. It's an NVIDIA graphics card, and it has CUDA cores and CUDA technology. Now, that could all sound like gibberish to you, but here's the real game changer and needle mover for your graphics card. I edit on Adobe Premiere Pro. Adobe Premiere changed the game when they released the Mercury playback engine. And what that was now the ability to begin leveraging the video card to actually edit video. Believe it or not, before that, you were not actually really using your video card's power and processor to edit video. Sounds weird. You were using your processor only. Mercury playback engine comes out and begins to use the video card to assist in real-time rendering and speeding up video editing massively. Therefore, you need good software that can leverage your video card, and in this particular case, Adobe Premiere CS5 and above can do that. It's going to require a 64-bit operating system, so look that up if you not 32 to really begin to do that. Get a 64-bit operating system. Make sure you can take advantage of the Mercury playback engine, but make sure the card is an NVIDIA card with CUDA cores. Now, you can do some hacks and some other things to try to pull it off on other cards, but if you just want a straightforward plug and play, this is going to be a great solution to get super fast video editing. If you were going to go the Mac way, you could get a MacBook Pro that's 64-bit, and Final Cut X can leverage that technology and start doing some rendering off the video card as well. But as we might repeat a few different times, to get the kind of specs we're talking about here in a MacBook Pro, you're going to probably pay 2 to 3 times as much as this laptop cost to get not even as good of specs and heavy lifting. Number 4, we talked about this big screen, a good processor. We talked about a graphics card. Number 4 is the hard drives. Now this is a huge thing to pay attention to with laptops. A lot of times in laptops, this is what you'll see. You want to check the hard drive speed, and that's how fast the disk in your hard drive is spinning. And when looking at laptops, a lot of times the speed will be 54 RPMs instead of 72 RPMs, which is more standard in PCs that you would have at home. Here's the problem. If you have a fast processor, a fast graphics card, and a lot of RAM or anything else, but you have slow hard drives, that's the bottleneck. It'll slow down your overall process in video editing. This puppy comes equipped with 2 500 gigabyte, 72 RPM hard drives that are super fast. And now an interesting thing is the model above this has a 5400 RPM hard drive, which I have no clue why they put that in there. Honestly, I think that I purposely did not get the higher up model because this one was spec'd out better than the 2000, the top end Qosmio model. So look at your hard drive speed. Now, of course, you may have heard of solid state drives. That's where there's no longer a disk that's spinning for the hard drive. It's actually similar to a flash drive. There's no moving parts. They're much faster. You really want your operating system, if possible, on a solid state drive, but they're a lot more expensive, and a lot of laptops are not coming stock with them unless you buy a higher end model. Again, I wanted to get something that I had a very raw case, good price, very good case foundation of all the specs and all the components. And there are a few upgrades that I'm gonna do to this machine, and you can subscribe to this channel to see when I release that video some of the parts that I'm gonna change, just some minor tweaks. But with that, hard drive speed. Make sure if you're editing video, 72 RPMs. And also make sure you've got multiple hard drives. When you're editing video, you wanna have your operating system on one drive, and that's where your software would be. You're gonna wanna have your temp files being saved to another drive, and you even wanna have the files you're working with possibly on another drive. In this case, it'd be an external. And so multiple hard drives is huge in having your resources allocated to different spots, and I'll cover more on that in later videos. Number 5 is your RAM. This guy, random access memory baby, comes out with 12 gigabytes of RAM with an extra slot open to just plug in another card and bump right up to 16. That card I bought, and I'll be doing, like I said, subscribe. I'm going to be actually showing you how to swap out one hard drive and swap out some RAM. Super easy things to do. I got another 4 gigabyte stick, bumping me up to 16 gigabytes for like $35 shipped to my house. Didn't pay for literally the next upgrade from this laptop model was $500 more for, in some cases, some downgrade of specs in my opinion. And so a lot better to do it yourself. It starts with 12, you bump up to 16. This lets you do some stuff now in After Effects. Having more RAM is gonna make that a lot smoother, and it's gonna increase the speed of your video editing as projects get bigger and things like that. The more RAM, the better really. And if you could be at 12, 16, or 32 in your laptop, you're just gonna crush and melt the face off of all your friends and everyone you know with the speed of your video editing. Number 6. Of course, just card reader. It's great to have a card reader. You could plug one in. What do I mean? You want to be able to fastly just pop in your SD cards off of your cameras and capture those quickly. And lastly, number 7, what are you looking for in a video editing laptop? You're looking for USB 3.0. Now, here's the thing. USB 2.0, which is what most laptops have, and USB 3.0 is now kind of making its way onto some of these machines. It's not just a little bit faster than USB 2.0. It's 10 times faster than USB 2.0. And here's my workflow. Laptop, plug in a mouse to really get some speed and be able to use hotkeys and edit on the mouse, and plug in an external hard drive where my files are gonna be. And I'm gonna be editing off that external hard drive. Operating system on my main hard drive, temp files on the secondary internal hard drive, and then files that'll be on location in a shoot on my external hard drive. So USB 3.0, it's gonna speed up the whole video editing process in a major way. So those were 7 things that were important to me. Again, when looking around and shopping, you're looking for those types of things. Get the actual spec sheet. This is actually downloaded right off of Toshiba's site on the Qosmio details. It even gives you tips for the memory upgrade, the exact part number, so you know that you can get the correct RAM stick to upgrade your machine. Check out the specs that are available from most laptop retailers. And by the way, everything that I'm talking about in this video, this laptop, software I use, links in the description below. Check those out. I got this laptop off Amazon.com for $300 cheaper than what it would have cost buying it directly from Toshiba. And now for the Qosmio X Series unboxing. Box cutter. All right, stuff, pamphlets, stuff. The laptop, red styling. Now we were talking about in this video about priorities for me when it comes to a video editing, laptop. One of them is not being small or light. I want a heavy lifting machine that's going to be really able to get some things done. And this is one of those machine. Power supply, wow, the power supply is really gnarly. The power supply has got to be a few pounds on its own. So having that in your laptop bag is going to be a bummer. But when you get there, if you want to do some heavy lifting stuff, this laptop will still travel with you in an OGO bag like this one. I can put it into the center area, completely zip it up, and still hit the road. Heavy, but you know, the ability to literally take this much power with you to edit video while on the road, same day edits and things like that. It comes with the battery already plugged in and battery on the laptop. Battery is not a super heavy component. And then beneath here, again, subscribe to this channel and stay tuned because I am going to be making 2 modifications to this. I'm going to be adding the 4 more gigabytes of RAM, and I'm going to be swapping out one of the standard 72 RPM drives for a hybrid drive. Now, earlier on, I was hating on the hybrid drive in the highest model of the Qosmio because they were both 54 RPMs, 100 RPMs. Even with the hybrid drive, where it's combining SSD technology and disk, so you get speed and space by having some disk and cheaper memory. Look them up. Hybrid drives are great. I'll throw some links to the ones that I'm going to add into this in the description, and then I will do a video of how to install it later on. But still, it's a 54 the one that came on the higher model was 5400 RPMs and a hybrid. So yeah, faster on the boot up, but the disk is still slower. You've got to have fast hard drives when you want to really edit video in an expeditious way on a laptop, right? So get that. On here, power supply, unique cable, plugs in up there. We've got a VGA port, 2 USB 3.0 ports, HDMI port. We've got a headphone jack and a mic input right there. And then we've got our Ethernet as well as 2 more USB 3.0 ports. And that, my friends, is all that's in the box. A few other details about this laptop that I really love. The illuminated keyboard. Obviously, a lot of people are going to be using this particular laptop for gaming and phenomenal sound. Good speakers, HD, full HD camera, webcam, huge. High quality recorded Skype calls, high quality stuff right from the road. Update videos, Google Hangouts, man, whatever you want to do. Great to have a full quality webcam. And then we've got our SD slot here as well. One thing that is awesome is this feature right here in the corner of the keypad is a little ability to lock the keypad so that you can basically turn it off so that it doesn't interrupt your typing or anything, and you can tap it and turn it on, or you can double tap it and get it turned off. So saying that this is the best laptop, literally, in my opinion, what about other brands? And I agree, there are some really good brands out there right now. ASUS, Samsung, Lenovo, Sony if you want to spend a little bit more money. But honestly, the reason I like Toshiba is one, it had all the specs that I want in one package that I could upgrade just a little bit. And I honestly couldn't find that shopping around on Lenovo, shopping around on Samsung. I didn't necessarily like the hard drives or the RAM or the processor for the price point. And this was really the best one that I could find, and two, I've had a Toshiba laptop since 2005, and I still have the same one that I bought back then. It still works. It's still good. Jumping on the internet, doing a ton of stuff, even doing Photoshop and some other things. And it has been hammered. I mean, I have had the vents blocked as my wife's using it with blankets next to it, and it's overheating. And it is still running. It's been in different climates. It's been on and off planes and bumped up against stuff, and it's still going strong. So dependability, durability, not getting bogged down in the operating system and the speed as long as you treat it right. Toshiba is just a super good brand. So that's really why I think that this is the best video editing laptop. And you know, furthermore, the Qosmio line is higher end with a great price point, good specs. And so we're gonna try it out and we're gonna do the upgrades, so stay tuned. So at the end of the day, this is a pretty gnarly laptop. It's pretty big. It's gonna be a bear to carry around, but when I get someplace, I wanna be able to do quick same day edits on the road, on location. I wanna get a big table, set up an external hard drive, set up a mouse, little mouse pad with gel hand rest, have a nice big keyboard for hotkeys, have a nice big screen to do everything, plug in an external monitor if I would like to, and really have that kind of a flexibility. And so again, this isn't going to be that cute kind of a laptop that you would just you know, be able to edit on your lap. If you want something like that, I would look elsewhere. We're talking about the best video editing laptop, bang for your buck, but that can really do some heavy high-end 1080p or more video editing. So that's it for this unboxing. I said it a few times, but hey, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment below with your thoughts, questions, points, ideas, points of clarification, everything I talked about is in the description. Links, check it out on Amazon and check it out on the Toshiba site and some other videos like that. And stay tuned because I'm gonna be posting how to make those few small upgrades to get even a faster OS drive, how to actually get your OS transferred to another hard drive and get it plugged back in, how to plug your RAM back in, and really make this machine perfect for about half the price, or 40% or even 30% of a MacBook Pro, and just begin to crush video editing, especially with Adobe Premiere Pro or any software that you're using. Again, this is Sean, and we'll talk later.